All right, breaking news, surprising everybody. Los Angeles County hits a high COVID activity level, starting a 2-week countdown to return of indoor mask mandates. This is from KABC. I'm shocked. I'm shocked to learn that as November approaches, COVID has made itself known again. Look, this is a real disease, and people should try to, like, within reasonable bounds of living, should try not to get COVID. But it's very, very obvious what's happening here, and it's been obvious, really for more than a year. I think there's a grace period where people were not sure what this new disease was going to do, and I understand why people reacted with some concern. But if at this point you're still reading these updates and thinking, oh, better like get my mask out and be prepared to sanitize my like knife and fork again. Like, I'm sorry, but you're a sheep and you need to stop. That's really all there is to it. There was a time when it would be reasonable to have some concern about these kinds of announcements. Now is the time simply to ignore them or to move out of a place where they have power over you. Why do you think California is hemorrhaging citizens? Why do you think people are fleeing en masse from blue states? It's because the ideology that informs this COVID totalitarianism is sick to its core, and it cannot help but suck the life and the joy out of every human endeavor. I mean, this has been, basically since the beginning in Los Angeles. This has been an obviously arbitrary imposition of power. It's plain now that it has something to do with the upcoming midterm elections, that they're sort of starting to stoke fears about this again. And they may not even know that they're doing it altogether. It's so baked into the cake. It's so baked into this kind of capital P progressive system that views humanity as blocks of wood to be restructured and moved around and built into just the right system, so everything's perfect and the virtuous guys win and history marches forward, right? That's what this is. It's just the outcome of that. And what's funny is people on the left, the radical progressives, have believed this for a long time. It just took this long for them to take the masks off, so to speak, and be honest about it. If this is something that you are still kind of on the fence about, I really urge you to realize that it is all complete garbage. I mean, even if you are actually concerned about, like, you have a health risk and you don't want to get COVID, like, I support you taking whatever precautions you personally think is right. But if you endorse this, like, structure, the COVID regime, then I just urge you to pull your head out of that sand hole. Like, there is really nothing in this except the raw, naked exercise of power. It's a classic feature of oligarchies. It's what they do when republics are overtaken by elite capture and they start to exert arbitrary power in this sort of cronyistic oligarchic fashion in order to maintain the power of the elites. And, it's easy to recognize if you know what to look at. Check out some of our other videos if you are interested in this kind of stuff. We talk a lot about anacyclosis, the cycle of regimes, and the dangers of letting elites get too much control. Go look around the rest of the YouTube page. Welcome to Young Heretics. Let's get our heads out of the sand together, shall we?